If you keep repeating a habit that you logically know in the back of your mind that you need to stop, but you still keep repeating that habit and you think that you're mentally weak or your body is sabotaging you, the truth is your nervous system is actually doing what it's meant to do, which is protect you from anything that is seemingly dangerous or threatening. I'm Rasaka Shah, and in this video, I'm explaining why habits don't change with willpower alone and what actually works when it comes to breaking a pattern from the root. Most people think a habit is a behavior problem, but the truth is, a habit is a safety strategy of the nervous system. Your body keeps repeating what feels or what brings predictability, stability, or instant temporary relief. So your habit loop does not start with the behavior, it starts with the body itself. Every time you're stressed or anxious or feeling some sort of heightened emotions, your body triggers a stress response. And the stress response shifts your nervous system state. Now the nervous system wants to bring back that predictability and stability, so it forms a new behavior, or it forms a behavior that you have conditioned yourself to, and that behavior brings a relief. And you get that relief, so your body wants to repeat that same predictability and stability to bring back safety. So you reinforce that habit over and over and over. So this is why you snack at odd times, or you scroll your phone for distractions, or you overthink, you argue with others, or you lash out at others when you feel anxious, or you drink, or you smoke, or you completely shut down when stress comes. So there are three types of nervous system habits that you need to be aware of. The first one, numbing habits. These make you feel nothing. So scrolling for distraction, binge watching, or zoning out every time there is silence or this mental chatter. The second one is energy habits. So these pump adrenaline and cortisol. So you feel like you have to do more, so you overwork, you argue, you overthink. You want to be constantly busy and constantly moving. And the third one is soothing habits. So things like people pleasing, caregiving, or giving free advice, or emotional eating and distracting yourself. So these habits actually kept you safe once when you were stressed or anxious or were in grief. These habits brought you some kind of instant temporary relief. And that's why they're hard to let go. So the thing is, your willpower lives in the mind and your habits lives in the body. And your mind is like a child. Every time you tell a child, don't go there or don't touch that, before you know, the next minute, the child is touching that or going there. And your mind is like that. Every time you're stressed or every time you feel anxious, you can try to convince that don't be stressed or don't be anxious, but your body will inevitably take over and you will feel stressed and you will feel anxious. So you return to the same habits that makes you feel safe rather than the habits that actually feels right. So here is three things that actually works when it comes to changing habits. The first thing, instead of focusing on changing habits, focus on regulating your nervous system, because you cannot change habits from a dysregulated state. So the reason for you to let go of some unwanted habits is due to your health goals or any other goals that you have set for yourself. Keep that in the back for a while and focus on regulating your nervous system, because that's the first step to actually changing unwanted habits. And the second step is to interrupt the body pattern. So every time stress rises or you feel anxious or you feel heightened emotionally, in that moment, not 2 hours later, in that moment, bring awareness to the body. Try to center yourself by bringing awareness to your breath, to your posture, and understand, just observe, just witness, become aware of what's happening in the body. Is there tightness in your shoulders? Do you feel shallow breath? Do you feel hunched? Or do you feel some sort of tightness in your stomach or your throat? Just observe what's happening, because when you become aware with your body in that time of stress, you're actually pausing instead of reacting with that conditioned habit. So when you create that pause, now it becomes easy for you to respond appropriately and ground your body to safety. So that's the second step. interrupt the body pattern as stress is happening, as anxieties are happening, and slowly ground the body to safety by understanding what the body is trying to do in that moment of stress. So you don't get consumed or swept away by that emotion or by the stress. And from this place, now it becomes easier for you to create safety around a new behavior that you introduce. So that's the third step. You need to create safety. Your body needs to not feel overwhelmed when you introduce a new behavior. So how do you do that? So if it's smoking or drinking or scrolling, when you replace that with not scrolling, just with silence or doing something else that you actually feels nice and actually liberates you, you have to fully feel that feeling in your body. You have to feel the joy and liberation that is happening and feel happy when you're actually not falling back to those habits, because that happiness is going to rewire your nervous system to think that this is actually safe, this is actually nice, and actually making me feel happy and liberated and free. Because that's what you need to break patterns that's not good for you or that is unwanted, that is actually pulling you back. So you don't break habits by force. You actually dissolve those unwanted habits by actually changing or rewiring your nervous system state. Make sure you watch the somatic habit reset video that I've uploaded, because that's what your body is going to understand immediately. Praying for more peace, more health, more life. See you in the next video.